So my test drive of the fuelsaverpro to see if it works. Just to say, I've not been paid to do this. I've actually bought this myself. So just sharing a video to see whether or not it does in fact save you fuel. And yeah, the results will follow. Now this has finally arrived in the post, all the way from America. Now apparently it saves 15% of fuel. And what better car to try it on than the Mk1 TT. Now, as you can see from the dashboard, obviously I've got 170 miles of fuel, but my average currently is 24.5 miles mpg, so that's combined driving, and that's over a period of 47 hours. So this device says it takes 150 miles for it to get used to your driving. So all being well, that should increase. Even if it increases by a couple of percent, it's well worth it. The only problem with this was when I ordered it, it said free shipping, and it was on the back of one of the YouTube adverts. So again, it'll test whether or not these things actually work. But I did have to pay a customs charge for it. I got an email, thought it was a bit dodgy, but we are where we are. Right, so let's get it plugged in. Now, if you don't know where the OBD port is for a TT, there it is, under the dash. And it's just a USB. Sorry, OBD. So yeah, it says, do not put the ignition on. So turn that off. Plug that in. Make sure I got the right way around, which I probably haven't, knowing me. And there we go, straightforward enough. Lights up. Right, so let's put the key in the ignition. Now it's telling me to press the reset button. After releasing the button, just wait a while. So interestingly, it doesn't actually tell me where the reset button is, and there's nothing visual I can see on it. Now, after a bit of digging, this hole here is where the reset button is, so I found a very, very small Allen key. So, do the ignition turn, ignition's on, push this in here, listen for the click. Now, of course, to make sure it's fair, what we need to do, my door's open, what we need to do is make sure that these are all reset. So it makes it fair. So reset, as you may or may not know, toggle up and down here, and the reset button's under here. Press that. You can see that. There we go, so everything's except apart from the MPG, so that should increase. Currently on 98,292, so we'll come back in 150 miles and see where we're at. So I've just added more fuel, as you're always at the petrol station with a TT, as we all know. So I've done 74 miles so far with the fuelsaverpro in. I'm now going to reset this mileage counter, but of course my main mileage, I can still use that as to when I've hit 150 miles anyway. So today marks the end of the 150 mile plus test. As you can see, I've gone just over the 150 as suggested. So 80 plus the 75 before, and again you'll be able to see by this here. I'll do the calculations later, but it's not good news for the fuelsaverpro, to be honest. So as we can see, after 7 hours of driving with it plugged in, and as you see, the green light shows it's been plugged in the whole time. So 7 hours 33 minutes of driving, ignore that. This is the MPG 21.2. So instead of gaining 15% fuel saving, so really it should be more like 25, 26, but it's actually lost 3 miles per gallon, and that's using the car as a daily, going on the same route to and from work. So as it stands, it doesn't work.